that good enough? I hope so. Okay. Hey, Ann and Sophie. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and start because I'm scared over here. I'm nervous. I almost didn't come on and then I made myself. So hopefully I don't chicken out on y'all and just stop in the middle here. Jalen, this is just you wait for your sign to be read. So I go from Aries all the way to Pisces, and this is going to be based on the theme today is going to be based on the Scorpio eclipse. So when Virgo comes up, if you'll look where Scorpio is, like what house it is in your birth chart. If not, just go with the Virgo read and don't worry about the rest, Jalen. All right, so we just gonna go ahead and start. Let me write Aries on here. This way it'll be able to help me with the timestamps, but I'm writing them down too, so the timestamps, and I started everything upright, y'all. If it comes out reversed, we'll take it reversed, but up not other than that, oh well. We'll take it reversed if it comes out. But since it's for general, more than one person, I'm going to try it this way. If I don't like it, next time we'll do it like normal. Oh, thank you, Ann. But yeah, y'all, that Tower card that kept coming out in the live the other night, it just kept bugging me. I'm like, yeah, we need to do an all signs about what you can expect for the Scorpio eclipse. So the topic can be anything that wants to come out, whether it looks like love, money, or whatever, and then we're going to pull advice based on what comes out for your sign. So Aries is going to be 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay, so let's go for Aries. Anne says the Tower can kiss her butt. What is coming up for Aries? Well, the Queen of Wands. Why not, Aries, right? What else? The Eight of Wands and the Star card. So this is like the 3 cards I feel like that you need to be aware of for the Scorpio eclipse. First of all, this feels like, as an Aries, don't get ahead of yourself and probably slow down and think about things before you do it in terms of making fast decisions. The Star and the Eight of Wands is very good energy, but since it is eclipse energy, don't let it keep you in your house and make you a chicken shit. But at the same time, don't go too overboard with a lot of movement, because something could come up and suddenly change unexpectedly with the eclipse energy. But I feel like this is good energy. Queen of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Star. So I'm going to pull advice and just see what it says. This feels like something you could be doing. And if for some reason things have been stagnant before this eclipse, I feel like it's going to bust loose in some kind of way. So I'm sorry. I know everybody says this is going to be scary energy, but for me, I feel like it can change anything. And it can change anything for the better as well. So fuck what they say. Okay. But yeah, Aries, you know how y'all like to do and say things before you think about it. I feel like it's saying, second guess some things. Six of Swords is your advice. Justice, this is about balance and slowing it down, like I said. And the Hangman, that's your advice, Aries. Because the Ten of Wands, you might overload your donkey if not. So that's your main message. It's a boring one. It doesn't say anything about love. This can be any area. So whether this is at work or whatever, it's like you let your fire lead the way in something here. And you have this high hope and expectations because you do recognize that you're able to conquer and do anything, right? And then this Eight of Wands energy, you get caught up, and I feel like you could overload your donkey if you don't like think about it first. So whatever this next week brings you, just remember balance is the key. And with Hangman as the advice, this could also be purposefully slowing down something just for a little while. So that's a perfect message for an Aries person, right? But yeah, I feel like it's saying to slow it down a little bit over the next week. So that's what I got, Aries. These are going to be quick and sweet and to the point. Just because I'm chicken, and that's all I got. So we're going to go to Taurus, okay? I'm trying to practice what I preach with y'all. You know, I tell y'all, do things that make you uncomfortable, right? Well, I'm doing something that's making me very uncomfortable right now. I'm surprised I didn't have to go get a shot of tequila to get on here. All right. Taurus is 6 minutes and 10 seconds. What about the big bulls? What are we going to get for the big bulls? The big bulls, right? What we got? All right. What can Taurus expect over the next week for the Scorpio eclipse? The Hangman, the Ten of Pentacles. Alright, what else? And the World card. So this feels like a change in direction in regards to your family or your finance. The only reason why I feel like that is because the Hangman came out first. Ten of Pentacles and the World. The World can be about starting something new or fresh. But it's telling you, even if you're at the point of the Page of Pentacles in whatever this is, if you just start it with the expectation that it's going to go where it needs to go with the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like it will. But it's like maybe you're at a stopping point, or you feel like you're changing something in regards to your finances. This could be about work. It could be family related, but I feel like this is more your money. But you know, Scorpio is your 7th house, right? If you're Taurus. Is that right? I don't know about astrology too good, but so it could be family related, like a change in your family dynamic at home, like if you have someone that's going to have to move in with you suddenly or something like that, unexpected. But it looks like it'll work out fine because the World is here. Advice. Three of Swords. This might be saying, okay, keep going. Knight of Pentacles. And Four of Pentacles. This feels like an energy of weigh out the options. So I'm going to give you an example that's screaming to me, and you take this example and think of the energy, Taurus. If this is not your story, that's fine, but this is the energy. Take the example of if you have a brother-in-law and you're married to a woman and you have a brother-in-law, he needs to come and live with you, right? Because something's going on in his life. It's saying to try to, you know, think about this logically before you do anything, Knight of Pentacles. And make sure you make a very balanced decision with the Four of Pentacles, because if not, this could end up being like a sore spot in your family. Three of Swords. So if it's a job or something and they're asking you to go to a different location or something like that, it'd be the same thing. Think about it logically before you make the decision, because I feel like it's going to sound better on paper than what it sounds in person. Moving to a new place or something like that, yeah. But the Seven of Cups is also here, like saying there's another way to fix this situation without the first obvious way, if that makes sense. And I feel like if you take the first obvious route and just don't think about it, it's going to end up causing some beef, basically. All right, Taurus. So that could be job, friendship, like doing something for a friend, loaning them a car or money or something. All right, Taurus. All right. Gemini is going to be 958. I shouldn't even have to worry about doing this part, y'all, really, because I do the timestamps, right? Somebody was so nice last week. I screwed up the timestamps and they came in and did them for me. All right, let's just shuffle it 2 times. Well, I might, let me do it this way so I don't make reversals on accident. And this will be for Gemini. Gem to the eye. If I knew the houses that they fell in, but I don't honestly know that stuff off the top of my head. What are we going to get for Gemini? Page of Wands. Alright, why is the Page of Wands for Gemini? Page of Wands. The Magician? No, not Gemini. Being a magician. I always think of Virgo and Gemini as a magician. Because isn't the magician energy like mercurial or something? Anne said Gemini moon. 10 of Swords. Okay. So I feel like this eclipse energy could reveal some person, place, or thing that you need to put a kind of an ending to. And if you don't put an ending to whatever this is, it's like it's going to cause you a lot of pain overall, like on down the line. It feels like the energy of nipping something in the bud before it gets to the point of pain. Because you got Page of Wands, Magician, 10 of Swords. So this feels like an energy that feels, it could feel positive, or at one point in time it could have felt positive. But I think that it needs to be ended, and honestly, it feels like, so Scorpio's all about revealing secrets, right? And with an eclipse in Scorpio, I don't know astrology. This is me going off of my gut feeling about it with the cards that came out. It's like, I feel like something's going to be made, like you're going to have an inkling already about what or who it could be. But I feel like something's going to be made more obvious and thrown in your face about something you should end. And that way you can avoid a lot of painful energy coming towards you. Because the 10 of Swords, it's like unnecessary pain, right? It's an ending that has a lot of pain. 10 whole swords when you only need 1 to go in somebody's back, in other words. So let's get the advice. But I feel like this is saying go ahead and nip it in the bud once it's made aware, you're made aware of what it is. Don't just let it lag on and on. Go ahead and get it out of the way. As an act of self-love to you, pretty much. So you got the 10 of Cups, the Fool, and I'll get one more for advice. One more. You're a Virgo with a Gemini moon, and Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace and the Fool is about new beginnings, right? And I'm not saying end everything in your life. This could be one simple thing. I mean, one little habit. Since it's a general, it can go anywhere. Anybody that ever watches this that's a Gemini can take it and apply it. But I feel like there's something that's going to come to the surface that you've already had an idea about it. You know, those things that we already kind of know, but this is going to make it an obvious thing. Example could be, so let's just say your pipe is stopped up and you know you've been having to mess with the toilet over and over. Why the hell am I thinking of a shit analogy to give y'all? I have no idea. Just please go with it. Just go with it. I don't know. But it's like this flushing the toilet. You got to do it over and over to get the pipe to go, right? So then when the Scorpio eclipse comes, there's shit all over your backyard because this pipe. Okay, it's obvious what you got to do to fix it now. And you got to act now, in the moment. There ain't no more holding back, right? You got to do it as an act of self-love. 10 of Cups, that's your advice. Do what makes you happy on the inside. Lord, forgive me for the analogy, okay? But I feel like you're going to have a sense of newness. You're going to feel refreshed. Ace of Pentacles. You're also, this card makes me feel grounded when I see it. Yes, Anne, there you go. Oh my God. When Marley's nervous, she says the darndest things, okay? But the Fool is a grounded energy with the Fool, with the Ace of Pentacles attached. Yes, he can be flighty, but I don't feel that with this. I feel like 10 of Cups. This is an act of self-love, moving away from something. And I feel like I said, it's not even going to be that hard for it. It's going to be like a blessing in disguise. The eclipse is going to come in and push this on up, get it on out the way. And it's going to make it obvious to you what the thing is that needs to kind of go. And then you're going to avoid some pain. So that's why I feel like this is a positive message for the eclipse. As long as you take it that way, right? Hey, aliens. Okay. 1601 is Cancer. 1601 is Cancer. Y'all two wasn't in here last time I did this, were you? Wasn't y'all gone or something? Anne and aliens? Alright, Cancer. She said, hey, my main squeezes. So what do we need to see for Cancerians? Ain't that y'all's names? I had a best friend in school. I got one flipped. She was a Cancer, and she was my friend from like the 2nd grade up. Me and her were like really close. And I'm a Scorpio, but we vibe together good, basically. You was working like a... Aliens say she was working like a Hebrew slave. Alright, what we got for Cancer? Ace of Wands. This is the energy that the Scorpio eclipse is going to bring you. Now, I'm not... The Emperor... and the Knight of Cups. This feels like a sexual-based connection, and I'm not trying to be specific with these reads because nobody else has anything like romantically related, but how can I even play around with it? Like, how can I twist it? You got the Ace of Wands. That's the dick card. I mean, y'all, there's only a few of us in here. Let's be real. That's the dick card. Then the Emperor. Okay. And the Knight of Cups. So I would say, if I was a Cancer, just be mindful that someone, because the Knight of Cups, Emperor's not bad at all. But if it's a new person, be mindful that they're not trying to come towards you with some sort of sex-based connection and just saying what you want to hear in order to get there. Now, if that's what you're interested in, then you do you, boo. But I feel like whoever this message would be for is someone who would actually want something committed. And I don't feel like this person, even though they have Emperor energy, Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups is saying or doing Captain Save-A-Ho. He's my Captain Save-A-Ho card. And whenever he comes in with the Ace of Wands, I feel like that's pretty much saying be mindful. And there could be two different energies coming towards you, Cancer, with the Knight of Cups and the Emperor. So maybe be mindful of what they are interested in or why they are there. And I feel like it will be obvious since the Ace of Wands was the first card out. Your advice is the Hierophant. Can I not make it up? Okay, so pick the one who, I feel like whoever this message is for would want a committed energy. So be mindful and make your decision wisely, because I feel like there's one person coming towards you, Emperor, that would be good with this Hierophant energy, but one just says what they can say to get in the pants, basically. So let me get two more. But the Hierophant is your advice, which means they'll make it obvious. You'll know what their intentions are. But yeah, I feel like whoever, maybe it's just for one person, but it's like the Emperor, he may not be as sweet talking as the Knight of Cups. All right. Two of Pentacles, King of Wands. And then, okay. So the Emperor may not be as sweet talking as this Knight of Cups energy. It may be more pleasing aesthetically to deal with this Knight of Cups, but they don't show up except for when they're getting what they want. But the Emperor here, he would be someone who would commit long term. So, Two of Pentacles, that's also in your advice with the Hierophant. I feel like that's telling you the decision, and I feel like it will be obvious. King of Wands, a King of Wands goes after what they want. They get their eye on it and they go after it. So it's telling you as the Cancerian to pick that one that's obvious. So yeah, I feel like there will be a choice of two. So that'll be cool if somebody actually has that story happen. You'll have to let me know. He can take his wand and sit somewhere. I feel that in my soul. All right, let me erase this one, and we're going to do Leo the Lion. Leo the Lion is going to be 2055. Leo the Lion for the Scorpio eclipse. Oh, God. 2 shuffles at least. We got to at least shuffle it twice. I can't help it, y'all. I'm not good at just, like, randomly doing the cards like that. I don't know. It just don't feel right in my soul. For Leo. What about for Leo? For the Scorpio eclipse. What's the energy they can expect? For Leo. Leo's my 10th house. The Emperor. He came out again. Alright, what else? 6 of Wands and the Emperor. 4 of Cups. Okay. So what's the best way to deal with it? Because the 4 of Cups doesn't go with these other 2 energies. This feels like somebody on the sideline, the 4 of Cups. So the Devil. 8 of Swords. Ignore. That's the advice when it comes to this 4 of Cups. And the Emperor. So the Emperor and the Empress is showing up in your energy. It feels like, so for whatever Leo this resonates for, I feel like this is someone who has really been trying to accomplish or manifest something. You've really been working hard and you've been like making progress, but you feel like you've been up against a brick wall. And I feel like there's going to be some sort of breakthrough energy in whatever area of your life this is. But the 6 of Wands is a reason to celebrate. But with the 6 of Wands, there's a lot of people going to be noticing you or around you, right? And even though you deserve whatever this is, and you've truly worked for whatever this is, this 4 of Cups energy, this feels like an outside energy to this. And I feel like your main message is if you get that breakthrough energy that you're trying to get because you're working on something. This is something you've been cultivating. All right? Don't allow that to get in the way because the growth is like in the bank. With the Empress here as the advice, that's growth and evolving. And so if this is a business you're trying to build, it's the sign that it's growing and evolving. And honestly, just to say how you can gauge how good you're doing, how many people look like this around you, that's the sign. Because you're going to have people, places, and things that act like that whenever you're doing good for yourself. With the Devil and the 8 of Swords, if they throw any toxic energy at you, and honestly, I feel like you will know it, you'll be aware of it, you'll feel it. 8 of Swords can be the card of ignoring. Basically, just ignore it and let them keep throwing shit while you're climbing the mountain. Because this Empress says, as long as you do that, you're going to keep growing. So there's going to be some sort of growth. Whoever this is for, maybe you should look at where Scorpio is in your chart. And maybe you can figure out then how the growth will apply to you. But I feel like it's something that you feel like has been kind of stalled out and you've been kind of up against a brick wall, and like the harder you work, you're just barely getting any progress. Well, I feel like there's a breakthrough, like I said. This would be identical to, let's say you've been doing TikToks for a year now and no one ever watches them, and then this person who is a famous TikToker sees your video and they share it and it goes viral. And then you can actually create awareness in a certain area that you've been trying to do that. So see, But yeah, there's going to be the ones who are in the devil energy, but it's telling you the simple thing is just ignore it with the Eight of Swords. So just be mindful of it and don't worry about it. Basically, the more assholes in the background, then the better you know you'll be doing, right? Debbie Downers. And there's Kiki Luna. All right, so that was Leo. I was so nervous, y'all. I had to write the signs down before I started so I make sure I didn't forget one. So Virgo is 2526. Virgo. So what we got for Virgo? Oh, thank you, Arkayla. I try to think about that saying whenever I'm nervous because I don't know the outcome of something. Like I try to tell myself that over and over in my head. Sometimes it works. What does Virgo got to know about the Scorpio eclipse? What kind of energy may present itself to Virgo peoples? What kind of energy may present itself to the Virgos? Nine of Swords. So anxiety. Let's see what else. Eight of Pentacles. What else for Virgo? No, not Virgo. Eight of Pentacles. Hierophant card. This is you putting too much expectations on yourself. That's the main thing I'm getting here, because the Hierophant is a good card, but it's also a card about structure and routine. And you know, Virgos, they're pretty structured and they're pretty routine. In general, I'm just saying it as an energy. Just because you're a Virgo don't mean you got to be exactly like that. But also, they're very hardworking people. Eight of Pentacles is here with the Hierophant. This Nine of Swords showed me first that there's some sort of anxiety. And I feel like this is putting expectations on yourself that are too high. And this eclipse is going to end up, it will cause you a tower moment if you keep the expectations for yourself too high. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what it is. There's some sort of justice is your advice. Let me see what else your advice is. Ten of Swords, and this Ten of Swords is not bad. It's telling you to put an end to that Nine of Swords energy. And the Nine of Swords is representative of putting expectations on yourself that are too high. Queen of Swords. So yes, basically it's saying that when the eclipse energy affects you and you're a Virgo, whatever house that is, I feel like that's the area that you've been maintaining it, but you've been maintaining it with some sort of miserable energy attached to it, right? So, Nine of Swords is anxiety. I feel like you just take the anxiety as it goes and you still keep it up, whatever this is. This routine, this Eight of Pentacles, Hierophant energy. So, yeah, whatever it is, it's already been causing anxiety before this eclipse. But it's saying it's going to come to a head in some sort of way. So the key to that is go ahead and mentally prepare yourself for that. Queen of Swords, Justice, and the Ten of Swords. Worry about your balance within yourself over your output. Not Virgo, but yes, that's what I feel like you need to do. And it don't have to be work related, but it just feels work related to me. This can be any area. How good you got to keep your house clean. How often you have to wash your car. We talking about Virgo, so I'm trying to think of things that Virgo could be doing to themselves to make yourself more anxious than necessary. But it feels like your expectations on yourself are too high, and it's going to come to a head, basically. So if you go ahead and know that now, you can go ahead and be getting the balanced energy, and don't worry about being perfection, because I feel like that. Yeah. So that's what I got, Virgo. Jalen said, this is hard for me. Ann said, uh-oh. And y'all are both Virgos, right? So I hope that helped y'all, little Virgos. Okay, Libra. You're welcome, Jalen. You got to let me do your chart for you, Jalen, so we can see your moon and rising and stuff. Libra. Libra. Libra can be flippy floppies, right? Libra's the flippy floppies. All right. 30 and 12 is Libra. 30 minutes and 12 seconds. Am I like right on time with 5 minutes apiece? All right, 2 shuffles for Libra. So you know what it's saying, Jalen. Well, that's good. At least I hit somebody because this freaks me out. I'm not going to lie. What can Libra expect for the Scorpio eclipse? Emily, I'm only like 30 minutes from being done if you want me to cook them in the oven then. What can Libra expect for the Scorpio eclipse? 8 of Swords. What else? 2 of Wands, not Libra. I said flippy floppy. This is when you can't figure out which way to go, so your scales are off. 2 of Wands and 8 of Swords. You're overthinking something about a decision. 4 of Pentacles. It's saying no decision is a decision, Libra, basically, because 8 of Swords and 2 of Wands, there's something, this isn't that the eclipse is going to bring a decision about. It's that you've already been doing this to yourself. And you make yourself miserable by overthinking whatever this is. 8 of Swords is overthinking it. But this 2 of Wands, it's like you think one way and then you're going to pick that, but then you overthink that way, so you go back to the other thing, and then you say you're going to pick that, but you get to overthinking it. So it's telling you basically if there's 2 different decisions to pick from and they both produce this 8 of Swords energy, that's a direct manifestation of the universe telling you, and I feel like this will really be made known through the eclipse, that no decision is the decision. Maybe you need to go in a whole new way, whatever this is. And if not, if that's not the case, if you feel like you have to choose one of the 2 that's coming up and you're overthinking it, it's saying to pick a path and don't look back. Pick a path and start walking, 4 of Pentacles, and don't back up. And you can't pick the wrong one, because either one you pick, the universe will throw you breadcrumbs to get you all along the way. So if there's some sort of thing that comes up, it's saying if you use the Scorpio eclipse energy to your highest good, you're going to allow it to show and reveal to you that either one you pick is fine. Pick a path and start walking. And if you have options outside of the 2 paths, then no decision is the decision. And I know that sounds so general, but I want it to resonate for more than one person, you know? So, yeah, I feel like it's based around some decision that's manifesting as overthinking on your side. So what is the advice? 5 of Wands. The Moon. It feels like embracing the unknown, okay? And the 6 of Cups. So it's basically saying as advice, because with the Moon being here as an advice card, it's like lean into the unknown. That's right, Arkayla. I'm telling you, because the thing is, when you say you'll keep that in mind about take that path and never look back, so basically, even if that path doesn't end up being the one that you actually stay on, the key is the movement. Because when we're moving on a path, the universe has so much more room to show us things and lead us in certain directions. But when we're stuck in this 2 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, we're so busy in our own thoughts, making ourselves miserable by overthinking, the universe can't even get in there to do anything because we're just caught up in our mind, you know? But yeah, so the advice here is to embrace the unknown. So honestly, I feel like the path that's the best one for you with this decision, no matter how big or small it is embrace the unknown one, the uncomfortable one, The one that you may feel like with the Five of Wands that there's too much competition for you to keep up. Well, that's the one you need to take, because that's the one that's going to help you grow the most. And I feel like afterwards, once you get down this path and you get going and you look back, Six of Cups, you're going to be so freaking proud of yourself. You're going to be thankful and grateful that you picked the one that was the unknown, that you picked the one that you had to freaking compete, that you felt like it was bigger than you. That's the one you need to go for. The one that feels like it scares the shit out of you. Go for that one. All right, so that was Libra. Let's see. Now we get Scorpio. I'm curious to know what Scorpio gets. 3542 Scorpio. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio. Let's put them back in here. Y'all, my face is burning. I done chilled out a little bit, but... And you know what's sad about it? So, on these all signs, even though I get about the same views as I get on the lives, only a few people watch it while I'm live. So, basically, why am I freaking out? It's less people in here than when I'm doing questions. I need to get it together, y'all. All right, Scorpio, tell us something good. What can Scorpio expect for the eclipse? I think the eclipse is Tuesday, right? What can Scorpio expect for the eclipse energy? How's it going to affect Scorpio? Scorpio. Everybody overthinking stuff? Not Scorpio. No. Eight of Swords came out first for Scorpio. Queen of Wands. Okay. And the Justice card. This is the same message somebody else got. I don't remember which sign. Maybe you have more than one placement that I hit on or something. I don't know. But this feels like an overthinking energy, right? And then the Queen of Wands is here with the Justice. And I feel like, honestly, if whatever you're overthinking, if you just chill out and let your passion lead the way, this will go away. This overthinking will go away, okay? Because the Balance card is like automatically here, Justice. By default, Scorpio. Because Scorpio, all of us are passionate if we're going after something we like, that we truly are passionate about. But if you harness your passionate energy, instead of allowing this Eight of Swords to lead the way, which is what came out first, I feel like it'll be balanced. You'll be balanced by default. All right, your advice is the Page of Cups, King of Swords, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yes, it's the same thing. Because the King of Swords, he doesn't overthink. He just goes ahead and goes. But I feel like this is for a Scorpio that needs to basically let the passionate side of them lead the way. Because if whatever that passionate thing is, that's what you're overthinking about. But when you get in this energy, and I feel like the Scorpio eclipse energy, right, around that time, I feel like it may amp up this overthinking. So it's saying instead of allowing that overthinking to defeat you, ultimately make you frozen and indecision, okay? It's saying all you got to do is amp up this Queen of Wands energy. Harness the Queen of Wands energy, and that passionate energy will burn through the overthinking. And then there'll be balance created by default. So there you go. That's the perfect example of transmuting some bullshit energy and basically bringing in something positive from it. Because this Scorpio eclipse, it may amp up the overthinking here, but that's the perfect chance for it to be made aware. You'll be more consciously aware of it. And then you can harness this Queen of Wands. You can already know that. And I do feel like keeping your heart open is necessary, but it's not like you got to keep it wide open. Page of Cups just means, is it something close to your heart, right? Go that way. And this Eight of Pentacles is here. This is about being in flow state. Once you get in flow state and you're passionate about something, this Eight of Swords can't withstand that energy, especially whenever the advice is the King of Swords, right? Maybe you should try to meditate that day, something like that. But just try to stay out of your head. And I feel like the overthinking is going to be made very, like you're going to be made very aware of it, because I feel like it'll be amped up. And most people would say, oh God, my overthinking is going to be amped up. That's bad. Actually, no, it's good, because then it's going to be so obvious to you that you need to do something about it, right? So that's what I got for Scorpio. Soon here. Welcome to you. I probably just said your name all wrong. I'm so sorry. Soon here. Okay. So Saggy Waggy. If you're new soon here, normally I go live and do free questions. So you put your notification on and I'll go live tomorrow and we do free questions. So you can ask a question tomorrow. All right, Saggy. I always write it like that so I don't have to spell it out. I'm lazy with it, right? 4127, Saggy. Okay, Shauna, I got you, Booski. Welcome to you. I'm a Saggy rising too. 4 shuffles for Sagittarius. Saggy Waggy. 2 more shuffles. What does Sagittarius need to be mindful of for the Scorpio eclipse? What does Sagittarius need to be mindful of? 7 of Pentacles. All right, what else? Anne said, I have Sag in my chart too. You're just a good old mixture, Anne. So 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the 6 of Swords. Okay, so advice for Sagittarius. What is the advice? And then I'll tell you what I think this means. And this can be any area, but I feel like you're going to be very aware. The Lovers, that can be a decision, not just a connection, right? The Moon, that's about the unknown. And the Hermit. Okay, so this feels like something that you have already been waiting, like you've planted seeds and you've waited. 7 of Pentacles. So this can be person, place, thing, job, family, friend, relative. You just put it where it goes in your life. But I feel like this Scorpio eclipse energy is going to bring that waiting energy to a head for you. It's like you're going to get this sudden awareness that instead of waiting with this 7 of Pentacles, you need to go start some other Ace of Pentacles journey. This 7 of Pentacles is starting to turn into the 7 of Pentacles reversed, right? Something that's a wasted investment. No need to keep waiting it out, whatever this is, because your energy would have so much more impact going towards Ace of Pentacles. Another grounded beginning somewhere else. And the 6 of Swords here is why I feel that. 6 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. It's like no longer waiting. You've waited long enough, and I feel like it's going to be made really like on the forefront of your mind. It's going to just hit you that you need to make that decision. Lovers, that's the advice. Lovers, the Moon, even if you don't know how this Ace of Pentacles is going to pan out, it doesn't matter. You already, what you do know is you've already waited and given this 7 of Pentacles, person, place, thing, or job, you already gave it a fair chance. And you're tired of waiting. And you have every right to be. So even though it's an unknown, you need to make this decision to go towards something new. And then this Hermit card is here. Trust in your inner knowing. You know what I mean? Because I know the Hermit card isn't the High Priestess, but to me, it always reminds me of the same things. It's like inner work kind of card, okay? And that inner knowing that we all have, but we always question it, even though it keeps nudging there, like an intuitive nudge. So trust in that inner knowing, because you already know. And maybe it really hasn't been made that obvious to you, right? This Seven of Pentacles, you've been trying to be patient and wait it out. But it's like, no, you're to the point now where it's made obvious. It's in the forefront of your mind, almost like an Ace of Swords moment that you're going to have here about going towards something else. Even though it's unknown, you already know this Seven of Pentacles ain't budging. So you need to go towards something new, basically. Hey, Sarah. All right, so we got Saggy Wadgy. Now we're going to go 4600 is Capricorn. 4600 is Capricorn. All right, let's see what Capricorn says. For, you ain't got to whisper what? No, they ain't gonna see you. 3 shuffles for Capricorn. What can Capricorn expect in regards to the Scorpio eclipse? And advice for the situation. What can Capricorn expect in regards to the Scorpio eclipse and advice for the situation? The High Priestess, the Page of Pentacles, what was that? The damn Seven of Pentacles. All right. Let's get advice first, because I got the High Priestess, the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. This almost feels like an opposite message for you, Capricorn. This feels like asking you to be patient about something. That you have planted the seed with that Page of Pentacles. This is something new. It can be like applying for a job, wanting to move somewhere. It's something that hasn't manifested fully yet because the page is here. It's like a new energy, and it's asking you to kind of wait it out and don't do a whole lot of changing in regards to it, because I feel like this Page of Pentacles is either going to make itself aware. You're going to be made aware of this page, which is something very new and fresh. Like this could be a general idea even that you have. And you get it based on an intuitive nudge that you have, right? It's something that you're going to have to be patient with. But for the advice is like the Empress here, the Star, and the Six of Cups. So if you actually take this Page of Pentacles and you trust your intuition and go with it, and you're patient with the Seven of Pentacles, you nurture it, the Empress says it's going to grow and evolve into something very good and big and like an achievement. It could even be that. The Star card is here. This is like wish on a star kind of vibe. So it feels like to me, either the idea hits you through the eclipse, and you know, this idea could be so subtle, and a lot of times us humans will get an idea and it'll be based off of intuitive nudges. It'll be that you are translating the vibration of an intuitive nudge. You get this random idea and it really excites you to start with, but then you push it aside because that's what we like to do, including myself. But I feel like really pay attention to your intuitive nudges over the next week, because honestly, it could be that the idea hasn't even occurred to you yet. If it has and you've been getting nudged to go towards this, then all it's saying is keep going, keep nurturing it. Yes, it's only a page, but your intuition is pushing you towards it for a reason, right? It's going to take planting the seed, being patient, allowing it time to bloom and grow. Because with the advice here, the Empress says you got to nurture it, right? And it will turn into something beautiful and abundant. And once you look back on it with this Six of Cups, you're going to be so damn grateful that you actually listen to that intuitive nudge, that new idea. So I would keep like a journal or something, any idea I got over the next week to 2 weeks, honestly, because energy can last on out, week or two from now. Any new idea you get, that's random even, just write them all down when it hits you. And then you can go back over them and look and see what is your intuition pulling you towards. Because the star with the Empress, that's like unstoppable, awesome. We kind of get used to tarot and looking at pictures, but we're not really thinking about what the energy is really saying. And to me, the Empress and the star is like, this is creating just something that only happens a few times in your lifetime, you know? That's the kind of energy I feel. And it's going to spark from some simple idea, I think. All right, well, that was cool, Capricorn. So now we got to do 5102 is Aquarius. Where did I put my pen? 5102 is Aquarius. I'm just going to put Aqua. Y'all know y'all are the water bearers. Oh, yeah, Aliens is an Aquarius. All right, let's give Aquarius 3 shuffles. I've almost made it, y'all, without peeing in my pants. Right. And I said I wanted it to take an hour. I'm doing pretty close. We got to do Aquarius and Pisces. Y'all are seeing me being just straight up raw honest. Let's be real. I'll be able to look back on this second all signs ever, be like, yep, I was scared I was going to pee straight in my pants that day. So what does Aquarius need to know? What is that? 3 of Cups for the energy of the... Because it feels like to me all of these messages are something that the eclipse is going to bring to a head. And then it's based on just how we deal with it, you know? I feel like there's going to be some stuff brought to a head, so to speak. And everybody's life is different, so I'm sure it'll apply differently for everybody. Page of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the 5 of Wands. All right. The advice is the 8 of Cups. This feels like a message like somebody else got. 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 7 of Wands, one more for your advice. Judgment. Okay, this feels like, and then that 2 of Swords. Now, most of the time, this is frozen in indecision. But every time I see this card in this deck, it was the underlying energy. It caught my eye. The scissors is really speaking to me. This is about cutting a person, place, or situation out of your life. And you're already like, this is like maybe your circle, because the 3 of Cups, Page of Cups, 5 of Wands. Whether this is job, family, whatever it is for you, it's creating a sense of drama around you, right? So I feel like the drama may come to a head in some sort of way, but your heart has been keeping you around who or whatever this is with this Page of Cups. And the 3 of Cups energy. So like I said, I feel like this could be in your circle. An example of this would be some sort of toxic relative or some sort of toxic friend that just keeps coming around. It could be romantic as well. But this 5 of Wands is something you've been tolerating. I feel like over the next week to 2, it's going to get to the point that it comes to a head and it's going to be like, be miserable or get rid of it, right? That's the energy I feel here. So basically, Aquarius, the advice is the 8 of Cups. That's not only walking away, but energetically detaching yourself, including remove all the cords, everything, energetically, completely. And Seven of Wands, stick to it. Don't allow them to come crawling back, right? And Judgment here feels like a final decision. And I don't know why, but this scissors feels like cutting this out. So let's just say you've been working at this second job. This is the energy. And you apply it to your life. Say you got a second job on the weekend. You make pretty good money. You're waiting tables. And this job is just like that extra money that helps you really live comfortably. However, there's some people up there that it makes you miserable to deal with it because of the drama. There's petty, childish drama, whether it's customers or co-workers or whatever. And it's saying that it's going to come to a head over the next week, so go ahead and mentally prepare for that and go ahead and get ready to be able to cut that out. So that way, honestly, that's a blessing in disguise, because otherwise you would just keep letting it drag on. But I feel like the intense eclipse energy is going to bring it to a head, and you're going to figure out quickly the best thing to do is to cut it off, Aquarius. And you're a fixed sign, so once you decide to cut it off, I feel like it won't be any turning back anyway, because once you make your mind up, bruh. Anne said, people, you can't just cut people off. Me, snip, snip, motherfucker, I'm gone. That's cool. All right, Pisces is 56 minutes and 17 seconds. Pisces. Poor Pisces has to wait till the end. That's why I said maybe I should do it backwards sometimes, right? Pisces always has to wait. So, we're going to do 4 shuffles for Pisces. And then when I get off of here, y'all, I'm going to try my best to do, I wrote down the timestamps. So maybe you can go back and y'all can let me know if it don't resonate, if it do resonate, if it kind of resonate. All I care about is feedback, positive or negative. Hey, Eliza, just so I'll know. One more shuffle for Pisces. One more, okay. What can Pisces expect? Uh-oh, Vetus Wilson said, not fair. Oh, going backwards won't be fair. She said, no, we can't do that. The Star. So this is the energy of bringing your attention or your awareness to something on 5,000. You're going to get like obvious. It's going to be made obvious. 2 of Swords. One more. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, what is the advice? And then I'll tell you what I think it means for Pisces. The fishies. Pisces, the fishies. Oh yeah, I agree, Vetus Wilson. We have to make Pisces last. The Tower is the advice, Pisces. This is basically telling you in tarot language, if the Tower comes, don't piss on it while it's on fire. When the Tower comes up as an advice card, this is saying, it's reminding you, why does the Tower come in anyway? And I feel like this is perfect energy for an eclipse. So it's like the universe may take out some trash for you, I feel. But whenever the Tower comes in, the only reason why it's successful in even breaking something apart is because the foundation itself wasn't made of shit anyway. It was an unstable, ungrounded situation, and it was easy to knock it over because it was a piece of junk foundation, right? So if something happens, 6 of Cups, this is your advice. And another thing, with the 6 of Cups and the Tower here, it's like, even though in the moment, Towers don't always feel good in the moment. Let's just be real. I'm not going to lie and try to make it fluffy for you. But with the Tower here, if you truly follow that advice with whatever this is, it's like the Six of Cups is here. I feel like you'll be grateful for it later. And if you don't feel grateful in the moment, what you should try to do is stop for a minute and then think of yourself on ahead, looking back on the situation, being grateful for it. Then what will happen if you truly feel that energetically, not if you're trying to pretend, because the universe don't go by what we pretend, it goes by what we really are doing vibrationally, right? If you look back on it, it's like you will pull in a timeline where things will happen in a way that you can be grateful for this tower. And I feel like this Lovers is here saying, as a result of this decision and you allowing the tower, for some people, this can say that there is new connections coming in that are more of a match to you. Because this feels like the eclipse is cleaning house for you, honestly. Because the energy you can expect is the Star, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. It's almost telling you, since, like, hold on for the ride. Now, if you fight the universe in whatever this is that it's trying to remove as a part of divine intervention, right? I feel like it'll make it very uncomfortable. But the overall message here is justice at the bottom. This is something that needs to happen to bring balance and justice to the situation. And I feel like, honestly, if you're a Pisces and this resonates, it's going to create a lot of balance within you. And also, the Lover's card can be about balance as well. But that need to make that decision. I feel like all you got to do is let the universe clean house and don't fight it. Don't resist. Don't put up a fight with it and just let it go. Because I feel like whatever needs to go away is going to be made really, really apparent with the Star card. And then some little events will unfold and it will snatch whatever this is out of the way. As long as you let it go, right? So yeah, it may not be that good. It'll be kind of like ripping the Band-Aid off. Just do it quickly and get it over with, right? So it may not feel good for that 1 second, but you'll get past it and do good. You'll be fine. Okay, y'all. That was it. I made it, y'all. I just ran my mouth for a solid freaking hour. Can y'all believe it? And put, if Pisces doesn't let go with that fish on the hook, you gonna get your lip caught up. I love it. Man, I always notice when I read, I be thirsty. I don't know, like, why, but I be feeling that energy. Like, I be so thirsty and my face be burning every time. Not constantly, but my ears will ring, my face, like right now my cheeks are on fire. That might be from me being chicken as well, but. Really, Venus Wilson? It's like once somebody gets in your heart, it just they kind of stay there. Honestly, I'm a Scorpio and I'm the same way. I don't know if it's anything to do with me being a Scorpio, but it's like once I pick you, I ain't even gonna lie. Once I pick you for a friend or for a romantic partner, like, this is me being real with y'all. So I'm not trying to tell y'all this so y'all don't think bad of me. I'm just being honest. But as a Scorpio, once I pick you, you're mine, okay? And you're my friend. You're my husband. You're my wife. You know, whatever. I'm a woman, so I do husband. But yeah, it's like, you are mine, okay? And I'm not really jealous, like if I have a friend and they're friends with somebody, that don't really bother me. But it's like more about if the person does something to, like, hurt me in any kind of way afterwards. Oh my God. I'm better now about trying to release things, because I try to take the same advice that I tell y'all. So I've came a long way. But I look back now and I'm like, you know, I gotta be thankful for this situation. If they hurt me, it's because they were meant to be away from me, and my path is gonna get very abundant by leaving that behind. It's vibrational sandbags. You know, I try to tell myself that. But back in the day, though, I didn't know about none of that. I didn't know about no energy, nothing. All I knew about is holding on to the grudge to take it to my grave, bruh. Yes. Oh, Sandlot. That's a good movie. I agree, Sophie. Yes, y'all. Kayla, you're going to do the timestamps for me? Because I can tell you what they are. I wrote them down, but you did them better because I didn't know how to make them all blue. Some of the timestamps I typed wasn't blue, so they could click on them. She had to help me last time. If you remind me you did the timestamps, Kayla, tomorrow when we go live, you can go first. Just for doing the timestamps, because I sure would appreciate it. Thank you so much. Do you want me to type them out in the comments and then you can fix them? Because I got them wrote down, but I literally just do $20, Sophie, and I just say email me and tell me your questions. I mean, it might be more if you want a bunch of questions, but if it's something I can do like a short YouTube video unlisted and send it to you, $20 is fine, because I'm so new at personal readings. I've only did like 3, y'all, so you know what I mean? I'm not going to try to charge you something that I wouldn't feel comfortable with feeling like I provided. So that's why I do it that way. But here's my email, Sophie, if you want to send it to me. Like if you had tell me kind of what you're wanting or how many questions or whatever, you tell me in the email. Do you have Sophie's phone number, Ann? Because we ain't going to put her phone number out here, but I was just saying Ann can send you my phone number. And then you can text me everything you're wanting, because I'm way better at, y'all, Facebook and all that. I'm terrible. I don't answer it. But yeah, that'll work. You can email me your phone number. And then I'll text you. That'll work. All right, y'all, I'm about to go. But Kayla, remind me tomorrow, if you put the timestamps in, I'll type them out when we get off here. And then you can fix them, because I know I'm going to do them wrong. If you can edit my comment or something, or I'll delete mine after you get through. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and I love y'all, and thank y'all so much for watching me, because I was scared. All right, bye, y'all.